We're going to have to find out. So let's hop into game number 1 of our second semifinals. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner. It is our blue Zerg player playing for Brave Star Gaming. It is Scarlett. And our opponent in the lower left-hand corner, the red Protoss player for Raise Your Edge Gaming, Zest. Trying to prove here against another Zerg player that he is in fact best. So far, only Rogue has recently shown us that Zest is not best. All the other Zerg players seem to be falling. Zest is actually still looking quite good. Maybe not quite as on top as he was during that IEM Katowice run, taking out Serral, the champ. But still looking quite good earlier, fighting against Kiwion, and who else was it? Sort of, that's right, taking out Sort of 2-0. But Scarlett going for what I like to call the cheeky Bly build. When this map first came out, the first week this map was out, Bly did this build. And I've seen him do it pretty much every time since then. I know you guys are familiar with it. Scarlett did this in the GSL versus... Who was it that Scarlett was playing in GSL? I cannot remember. I'm not going to lie. Guys, help me out in chat. Which Protoss was it that Scarlett did this to? Oh my god, a Forge going down. Ah, yeah, he scouted that immediately. So this is Metabolic Boost coming up, actually. Ooh, is this a Bamboozle? Is this a Bamboozle? There are a few Lings and a drone on the way. Maybe it's not a Bamboozle. This drone could still be here for the Rich Vespine gas. Okay, Roach Warren going down. So this is... I thought maybe it was like just going straight to quick speedlings, but not quite. Cannon out on front. Okay, I like this a lot from Zest so far. But this Stalker needs to get out real quick to save this cannon. Oh no. What I like from Zest in this regard is putting the things in front of the wall means the Ravagers have to focus down pylons and cannons out front of your production, right? So instead of getting the Cyber Core very quickly or this gateway very quickly, they've got to focus down those units. It also, or those buildings. It also gives Zest's units more mobility to push out and pull back to shield batteries when they can always stand in front of the shield batteries. It makes the Ravagers a lot less powerful. And I told you I've seen Bly do this a lot. And very recently, Bly versus Christianer a few weeks ago in the Cock of the Walk, Christianer was starting to put his buildings out in front of the wall like this, and those were the games that he held. Now this is a different beast. We have Scarlett here, and this is Zest defending. I don't know how this is going to go. Ling speed is finished, so these Lings can maybe get on top of this, but 2 cannons makes those Lings way less powerful. Where are the shield batteries? There's one back here. This pylon's starting to go down, but a second pylon is going to be able to back it up. Zest really looking for some damage here. Yeah, down goes that pylon. That will depower this shield battery. Actually, no, that shield battery will be powered its entire life. And that's what I like. All those biles were used on that pylon, which is completely useless now. That pylon did nothing. Or killing that pylon, rather. Really didn't force anything. It's 100 minerals. Oh, and getting that creep tumor is huge here. I'm really surprised that creep tumor was over there and not trying to spread up. That is usually what you want to do with the creep tumor. Scarlett is streaming first person if you want to see the insanity of this build that way. Rocks are going to go down. They are the enemy of the Zerg. And that's going to help Scarlett with this push. Scarlett has a lot of units. 38 army supply to 16. However, 3 cannons, multiple shield batteries, still more coming up. And I'm loving the way Zest is handling this so far. Any tech behind this? No, not quite. I don't think Scarlett has anything either. This is a big ol' all-in. More Roaches and Ravagers coming out. A good amount of Lings out here as well. Oh, and hitting from this side going to be mildly annoying. One shield battery goes down. You're going to start working on that extractor. I like that. Scarlett's still keeping the pressure on, though, and these vials forcing a lot of zoning. What if vials were like Disruptor Novas? What is that back and forth? Or if you kill the Ravager, the bile doesn't land? That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if it would actually impact games most of the time, but it could be kind of cool. Still, there's a lot of biles available here. Not many Ravagers have fallen. Let's take a look. One Ravager has fallen. It's basically just been Lings and a Queen so far. Scarlett's starting to push in real hard here. Going to take out one cannon. And a couple of Stalkers with that. Oh, a couple biles starting to hit there. Shield batteries out front running out of energy. Yeah, Zest is going to need a few more of those. Oh, Zest getting right on top of some of these Ravagers. They're starting to go down now. Ravager hitting from the backside. The Lings are starting to flood in, but the cannons are now in range. But Zest is losing so much here. Does he have enough? It's 12 army supply to 43. Scarlett is actually starting to break through. Zest is way up on workers, so Scarlett needs to be very efficient with this. Look at resources lost. It's been slightly efficient, not necessarily very. Oh, this is tough to call. There are still two cannons back here, and remember, a couple extra shield batteries for Zest to fall back to. But another shield battery goes down. This one's completely out of energy. Slow Zealot's being warped in now. Oh my god, and the cannons are going to fall at the same time. These shield batteries not helping against those rapid fire biles. And there's so few units left. I'm really worried here for Zest. I think Scarlett may have done it. Gateway's getting taken out now. More shield batteries coming down way in the back here, but there's only one pylon powering all of this. This pylon's going to start going down. Oh, and that even cancels one of these Stalker Warpins, and this gateway is unpowered. More units going down here for Scarlett, but this pylon's starting to take damage. Oh, she's focusing it down, and Zest has no power, and that is GG, and Scarlett pushes forward. God damn, amazing play there out of Scarlett. Really, really nice. I was loving the way Zest was defending, but Scarlett just chipping away and not losing too many Ravagers, so those biles were ever present. I think that was the key. Constantly throwing one or two biles out, so the Stalkers had to micro against it. You really can't eat too many biles as Zest there. Ah, I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful play in game one there. Yes, please don't put spoilers in chat. Please don't put spoilers in chat. We are on a 2-minute delay here. Scarlett is not mandated to have delay, but casters are. Players can stream without delay at their own risk, but I cannot. Thank you. Thank you, 47S, for mentioning that as well. Zest is not streaming, unfortunately, but yes, you can check out Scarlett. Some good shit. Some beautiful cheese. Talk about cock again. That's about all I do here. Talk about cock. That's how it be. Game 2 is going to be on Simulacrum. I'm excited. I hope we get another good Scarlett build. Man, my legs are so warm from being next to my PC. It's mildly uncomfortable being this warm, and it brings back memories of streaming in Hawaii. All right, let's get into game number 2. So you ain't gotta look at my face anymore. You can look at something even sexier. That's right, StarCraft. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner is our blue Zerg player from Brave Star Gaming, experiencing a little lag. Scarlett. And her opponent in the upper left-hand corner, the red Protoss, not experiencing any lag. It is Razor Edge Gaming's Zest. Hope you guys are having a good time out there in chat. It looks like you are. Sick James, Sated, Whirly Derby, Flare, Parleg, Parleg. Appreciate all you familams out there. Scarlett went for an early pull and an early gas here. I didn't see exactly when it went down. I was too busy focused on other things, because I'm a bad caster and a bad observer, truly. But some caster lagging. It's not me. It's not me. I haven't dropped any frames. We're not lagging over here. Heckin' casters. You GD casters. You gosh dang it casters. Lagging. It's possible. I'm actually not experiencing any lag at the moment, which is nice. Feels good, man. Feels good internet. I actually have my uploads okay, but my downloads actually pretty dope. And it is 12:35 in the morning here, which means nobody is online. Nice. Speed on the way here. It's a pretty quick speed. Scarlett likely going to go for a bit of a wall bust here with this speed. Is there going to be a Bane nest with it? I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. I have seen some Bane busts attempted on this map. We'll see how Zest's wall off abilities are. Stargate coming down for Zest behind this. That'll be helpful. If it is a speedling attack. Oracles are very good for that. Still 2 on gas for Scarlett. That does make me feel like it's going to be a Bane bust here. A few more lings on the way right now. Not a lot though. Not a lot though. And still making drones. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe just some speedling pressure. Just a little pressure. Maybe force the Oracle to stay home and turn on. That's always nice. This wall doesn't look particularly bustable. It's not like there's a pylon in it or something. It's a pretty standard wall. And Warp Gate is going to finish pretty soon, so sentries can get warped in, things like that. Spore Crawler going down, blocking that gas a little bit. I don't know if I like that Spore Crawler placement. All right, looks like it's okay. All right, it's not bad. It's not bad. Overlord is moving in to fully scout everything now, but the Oracle is already out, and the Spore Crawlers are already down. Well, just one Spore Crawler. Looks like the 2 queens in the natural should be able to hold this off quite nicely. Oracle taking some hits before even getting to the Spore, so it won't get a single kill. And Scarlett is just droning up. I thought she was going to go for a big attack. I was fully expecting a big attack there. But so far, it has not happened, and it seems less likely all the time. So I'm interested what Scarlett's plan is for this game. You know, what do we got? What do we got going on here? Zest, I expect to play relatively standard. I mean, it's a double Oracle opening into a Robo. Group of Adepts heading across the map, but there's enough lings to actually deal with this. 2 queens in the main, plus the Spore Crawler should help against these Oracles, but they will get a couple of kills unless he doesn't target appropriately. All right, 3 kills, and then the recall on the Oracles. Oh, one of them goes down, though, and the other one takes a couple more hits. Looks like the lings got on top of those Adepts. Let's take a look. 3 Adepts went down. And so far, trades have been very nice for Scarlett. Huh. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I gotta say, Scarlett's opening has looked pretty impeccable so far. It was weird. The pool and gas going down first. Speed was early. There wasn't a big drone count for a little while. I was I was unsure what was going on. But Scarlett droning up now and taking good trades. The defense has been on point. This is on Korean server. The ESL games are always played on the server that that it says. So this is the Asian qualifier, so it's all played on the Korean server. It's not like the TSL. I know there were some issues with that recently where it was like best server. No, this is the Korean Open. It is played on Asian server. You might be able to change which specific server it is, like Taiwan or something, if both players are in Taiwan, but pretty sure it's all played on Korea. And yeah, Scarlett is in Korea right now. I have no reason to assume Zest isn't in Korea right now. And it looks like Scarlett's going for Lingbane Hydra here in this game. Charge +1 on the way for Zest. This is probably the most normal PvZ that I've seen in a while. Lingbane Hydra versus a pretty standard Protoss army. And we've got ourselves a macro game. Wow, this Oracle on 1 hit point gets the hell out of there. What a hero. This debris is also, just like the rocks in the other game, the enemy of the Zerg. If you guys out there play Zerg, remember, rocks, they're your enemy. You should kill them all. Don't use banelings on them, but you should kill them all. Those rocks are a recent addition for this season, and I like them. I gotta say, I feel like they add a little something to this area of the map. So I do like seeing players kill rocks like that and just make their lives a little easier. I'd honestly like this set of debris to be cleared as well. I think that can be really powerful if Colossus or Storm comes out later. Trying to attack through their Zerg is basically impossible. Speaking of Storm, that is on the way. +1 is being chronoed out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks like Zest is going to try to move out as Charge and Storm finishes up. Maybe. No, just posturing to take a 4th. I don't know. Hard to tell. Scarlett, though, is taking a 5th base. Actually, already has it up and running. Is at 84 drones. And is quite content sitting here. What's the Baneling count at? 16. All right, so a good group of Banes here. Spire is about to finish up as well. Oh, and it's being hidden. Look at that cheeky Spire. Hiding under the Overlords in their tentacles. Honestly, there's a solid chance you wouldn't see that if you looked over here. That is super well camouflaged. +2 melee now on the way, of course. +2 melee at this stage. Maybe during the next patch they'll change this, but right now +2 melee, one-shots probes. So we could see drops in the main or the 3rd, run-bys into the 4th, things of that nature. There is a nice wall here. Actually, that is a full wall. Should be bad against Hydras, but great against Baneling run-bys. So I do like that a lot from Zest. Zest is figuring out this whole wall meme. Ling's trying to get on top of this, but the Zealots and the Oracle are going to be good enough to stop them. They get 2 probe kills. Base isn't even up, so they're not really denying mining time or anything. Zest is going to try to go in for an attack here. Might be able to get the Creep Queens. Scarlett, of course, has been known for years for her creep spread. That is literally probably the first thing everybody knew about Scarlett. And we can see why. I mean, even years later, creep spread is amazing. Muta's coming in, hitting in the main base here. I don't think there is blink. There is not, which means these stalkers are going to be pretty ineffectual. Storm's going down on the main part of the army, though. Where are the Banes? The Banes got to come in. They got to be a part of this. There are a lot of Storms available, though. All right, Banes are coming in. Ooh, a nice pullback from that Storm. One more Storm available. All the High Templar morph into Archons before the Banes hit them. Scarlett might be in some trouble back at home, but the Mutas have gotten 20 probes in the meantime, but most of the Mutas are going down here. Oh my god, all the Mutas are going to die. She is very focused on the defense back at home. 13 probes have fallen as well. One Muta gets pulled back. A single Muta lives. Now this mass amount of Hydras that are coming out right now could be quite nice. Oh no, the Muta died. The single Muta. Ripperinos did. The Hydra should be able to hold back at home. And remember, she had 84 drones, so even losing 16 of them, she's still on 70 workers. Whereas Zest is probing back up, but he fell down to below 50. And that income staying in Scarlett's favor. Those mutas doing lots of counter damage, keeping her in this game after taking a not the best fight. Not the best fight there. If we look at resources lost, it is in Zest's favor. But because of that income, it's kind of ended up even. Now this 5th base is going to be under some pressure. And without a lot of banelings here, there are a few more morphing, but not a lot out on the map. Only 8. Charge lots can be very powerful against the Hydras. But it looks like Zest is pulling back. Doesn't want to be too brave here. Wants to macro up. Blink is on the way, as well as +2. Scarlett is getting +1 missile attacks, getting that for the Hydras. Hive is on the way. So we should be able to see either a greater Spire or maybe some Vipers. Something like that. These Zealots get recalled. A couple of them will go down. Most of them get out of there. It's a nice recall by Zest. And this is a really nice macro game out of both of these players so far. I feel like Scarlett is in a much better position though. She's up about 30 supply right now. Lingbane Hydra, not the best composition here. And I think, oh, nice big Warp In. Might be able to get some big damage done on this side. Actually, the Greater Spire is down here. If Scarlett is too out of position, that Greater Spire could be a big target, especially since it's not being camouflaged by the Overlords anymore. All right, some pressure here from Zest. He's not fully maxed. Let's see if he's got any other production back at home. No more Stargates, so not going into a carrier transition or anything. Sticking on the ground. Oh, here come the Banelings. These are the run-bys we were looking for. With +2, they one-shot these probes. Well, only 6 going down so far. Oh my god. Okay. Not hitting any of these probes. That was a little dangerous. Oh, but the massive surround in the meantime. I was looking at the Banelings, and I think Zest must have been too. 48 army supply left. He is going to catch this Greater Spire. He does have some other run-bys going on that are actually getting some big work done. But losing the main part of his army is just brutal here. He kills 15 workers and is actually going to take the worker lead for the first time in the game. Kills the 5th base, kills the Greater Spire. Man, these Zealot run-bys getting work done. But he's going to lose every single one of those Zealots in those run-bys, and Scarlett is up 64 army supply right now. And she's rebuilding the Spire, getting +3 melee is, yeah, Adrenal is done. That's why these Lings are so good. Even against Zealots, Adrenal Lings just crush. There are a few Corruptors out, which are kind of useless at the moment. I see no reason for Scarlett not to counterattack right now. She just absolutely crushed this army. She lost a lot of eco, but the trades were fantastic. And I mean, look at the trading. Resources lost is actually evened up here for the most part. And that was that engagement going so well for Scarlett. The longer she waits though, the worse this gets. Things like Storm can even up that army supply lead. Observer goes down. All right, maybe she's not going to go for the attack. Just rebuilding that Spire. Where is that being built? In a safer place. And the natural. Sometimes the hidden Spire ends up not working out when you want to turn it into a Greater Spire later in the game. There are a decent group of Lings here. +3, not quite done yet. Just buying time for the Hydras to get up here. I do not like Zest moving out on the map. Oh my god, these Banelings. Oh my god, these Banelings. Oh my god, these Banelings. Holy shit. They get all the High Templar. The one Storm that was available after is used. A few more get warped in here. A lot of Stalkers, a lot of Zest's army supply, which was already not great, gets taken out by those Banelings that were looking for probes and found something a little bit better. Zest does have a killer economy, but honestly at this point Scarlett gets this base up, so does Scarlett. They're both over 70 workers. The gateways of the wall go down. All right, what's the Storm energy like? Not much. Okay, I think all these High Templar actually have one Storm. So that is all of a sudden a lot of Storm. It's the benefit of warping at a bunch of high temps. But the Greater Spire is back on the way. The Corruptors are still out there somewhere. They're over here. And once a few Broodlords come out, I mean, what? Blink Stalkers, Storm, maybe an Archon or two? Yeah, there's just not going to be a lot of anti-air. And Blink Stalker is not great when there's Banelings underneath, and Hydras do kind of insane damage to Blink Stalkers. Oh, Storm though. Storm is pretty good. But Zest is going to have to take the best engagement of his life, I think. As I believe Scarlett is planning on pushing out. But again, I feel like Scarlett had a beautiful opportunity earlier to counterattack. And Zest has bought a lot of time. This is a lot of mining time. And his army supply is very similar. He's got +3 on the way, although it won't be done by the time Scarlett attacks. These Zealots running in. Oh my god, they're blowing up a bunch of Stalkers. That's actually huge. Those Stalkers were key to taking out these Broodlords. And the Stalker count right now is at 9 versus 6 Broodlords. That is not enough. Storms are going to have to go down on these Broods. They're going to have to be the best Storms of Zest's life, I think. All right, the counterattacks are going to be really nice here. Ling's going for the defense, but the 6th base should be dead. Oh my god, that is a massive amount of Zealots. Bane's heading in. Oh my god, the 4th base getting completely wiped clean of probes. 27 probes, who needs them? Not Zest. Broodlords are kind of flying around in the middle. 6th base goes down for Scarlett, but Zest doesn't have a 5th and isn't mining on a 4th. 1 out of 16 on that Nexus. And 4 out of 6 total on the gas. Borderline mining. Borderline. Main is mined out for both players. Let's check the income graph. Yeah, it's pretty heavily in Scarlett's favor after those kills. Zealots are still trying to get some damage done, but it looks like Scarlett's going to clean that up. And the Broodlords are over here with the main force. And there's going to be plenty, I think, to defend. Now, a lot more Stalkers have been warped in. So what looked very dangerous for Zest a little while ago is a little bit less dangerous now. Glial Reconstitution on the way. That's not Glial Reconstitution. That's Infestor Energy. Oh, Ling's going for a big surround. They're getting stormed, but that's a lot of storm energy being used. The Banelings are coming in. And Zest, I just don't think there's enough here. And I think today, Scarlett says, no, no, my friend. I am best. More Zellies come over. Scarlett's going to be able to clean them up. The Queen goes down, but that's not the end of the world here. Scarlett is now up 60 supply in this game. And still mining very nicely. There's still no 5th base from Zest. There's actually nowhere to put it because the creep spread is too good. It's covering every single possible base that Zest could take right now. Zest is coming back in for another attack. There's just too much here, though. The Broodlords are all still alive. I think maybe 1 died. There's the GG, and Scarlett takes game number 2 in a big macro game.